Baba unjani?
Siyaphila ninjani msakazi nabalaleli bakhe ekhaya?
Siyaphila, mashane politically incorrect. We are in MECC Soshanguve in Pretoria. Can you please just kindly take our audiences through who are you and where you from? I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Just take us through what's your capacity, what cap are you wearing today, and maybe the message to the people of MECC.
I'm carrying both. I mean, in both my clothes because I can't divide myself. I came here as part of the executive of Gauteng and also as the chairperson of the IFP in Gauteng to really come and sympathize with the community, give comfort to the families that have lost their loved one, and also coming here to listen to the cries of this community. So we are here, on those capacities.
I know the Imbizo has not actually started because now the program is for memorial service. I just want to check something. So I spoke to few community members. They stated three things. Number one is there are people who are collecting for water, there are people who are collecting for the electrical reticulation that the service they provide. The third one is the policing. So all of these things talks about the absence of governance in this particular area because it's informal in nature. What are the things that you have already picked up? I know you have not dwelt into, you have not started the operation, you are here to listen. What have you heard so far?
No. The fact of the matter is the Premier gave us a report after visiting the area, after the tragedy. That is why we are here to listen to people, not to speculate on what are the issues. Therefore, I think the question you are answering me can be, honestly answered after we've heard what the community is saying. Okay. Yes.
So if it were, as it says, because there are people who are talking about 72-hour turnaround time. There are people who are talking about a lot of things. What do you think is the expectation from the community? When they tell you these problems, what do you think they're expecting from you in terms of time, of course?
Well, what is bad and painful is that the government must change how it operates. We must change how we operate. There must not be a tragedy before we respond to our people. I think this should be a lesson for us that we must take every community which are in this dire situation. That is why in our priorities, we are prioritizing areas which we call TISH, which is your townships, your informal settlements, and hostels. Those three communities are being neglected, and they are also victims of this uncontrollable crime.
I spoke to Operation Dudula provincial leader. He said he feels vindicated that after many years of asking for government to come and intervene, they feel like they've been cast a wrong aspersion on themselves and as the organization to say they are wrong in wanting people to be documented. And those that are not documented, mabahambe. What is it that you feel, whether it's a position from government or a position from IFP, what is it that you want to say about people who are undocumented?
There is no country that takes itself seriously that will allow any person who's illegal in their country. It's a criminal act. Everybody who is in this country illegally is a criminal who must be taken and be helped to go back home.
Those who are supporting this criminal activity in terms of being runners, being everything, do you think the investigation and the report will go down to that? Because as we see, I've actually went down to see where the water pipes are going and also the electrical power where it's going. It seems like it can't be only foreign nationals. It's a mixture of a lot of what they now call mafias, and of course it also blames extortion, where people are then forced to pay. But it's a service that is absent and people have to pay to get the service. I just want to understand, what is it that you are planning around this issue?
Yes, as I said to you, I think it will be unfair of me to come up with solutions before we have heard what our people want. But I know it is the job of government to provide basic services for our communities. So, the issue of water, electricity, and roads, I think that we must listen to our people. Those are the basics. Our country is under siege about these foreign people, and it is unfortunate that some of our South Africans are working in cahoots with them. That is why we are saying a criminal act is a criminal act. Therefore, government must really deal with these issues.
Are you saying that as the IFP,
yes,
you do not know how to react to communities even before they tell you, because these problems that are here, they are well-known problems. They exist in every community. As the IFP, because I would understand in government you have to take the line of march from the premier who's heading the delegation from government. But as the IFP in the province with such issues, what would you do?
I mean, the IFP in Gauteng is on record. That is why these areas have been elevated to be priorities. Your hostels and your informal settlements and townships, because they've been neglected for the last 30 years. Our voice inside government makes sure that these areas are not neglected. That's why they are part of now elevated priorities. So as IFP have been there with communities, we know that is why we don't want to speculate. We want to listen to people, hear what are they crying about, and we sit down with them to say what is doable and what is not doable. We should not promise a pie in the sky without knowing, because even resources of government are not as that big. So as the IFP, we are very reasonable, and we have been with our people. In our manifesto, we speak also about these areas. That is why we're part of government. People voted for us to be their voice inside government. That is why we agreed when the Premier said we must come here to listen to our people. That is why we even mobilize our own people to be part of this community, because they are part of the community. Because we know through our branch here, we know what is happening. We know what are the issues. That is why even our councillor Uzwane here in Tswane, he is raising these issues every time there is an opportunity in council meetings.
Please demystify the myth that suggests that IFP is not strong in Gauteng.
It's not?
It's not strong in Gauteng. People think you do not exist. You don't have a footprint. Please explain it to me. Tell them your presence and demystify it.
The IFP is part of government in the province. I am the MEC. We had an MMC for environment here, Councillor Uzwane. We have a deputy mayor in Mogale City. We've got MMC for human settlement in Johannesburg. We've got a chairperson of a committee in Neguruleni. Therefore, this party is growing in Gauteng. We've got a footprint in every corner. I mean, as you see yourself, our supporters are young, original people from the area. So the IFP is really growing. That is why we always appeal to people. The stronger the IFP, the better for them, because we are a different voice. That is why even this provincial government, you see, it's working differently because there is IFP in it.
Mhlonjwa, thank you very much, and thanks for giving us your time. Can I allow you to go back to the program that I stole you from? Thank you. Ngiyabonga. So that's where the power cables are running over on top of those shacks. They come down. And so this is the reticulation system as it goes all the way to the other side of town. So apparently this is what people are saying. It's what they're paying for. It's around 300. I don't know if it's a once-off thing, but if you would know with any electrical system. So this would be the connections between the two. There's a bit of work that is done, but you'll understand that there's a bit of insulation problems when such happens. For those who think this is uncommon, it's actually very common in all informal settlements in the country. This is what Panyaza has done. He has come on site to make sure that they assist people. So this is actually a waterway as well. You can see there's power everywhere and there's water everywhere. So
message to the courts, no mercy. Strong message to the courts, justice for all. Sending a strong message to the courts, no bail. Sending a strong message to the courts.